If you're Fred VanVleet, the Rockets are switching. I need to get underneath on the switch. Underneath on the switch. VanVleet switches over the top. So now that forces you to scram switch. Dylan Brooks has got to take Lively, and you got to shoot over to Kyrie Irving. Well, you're not going to get there in time, so now you're not ready to guard. A little jab step backs you up, open three. You cannot run drop coverage. You cannot run drop coverage. You cannot run drop coverage. Alperen Sengun's got to get up here. Dylan Brooks will be underneath. He'll be in the gaps immediately upon switching. Jalen Green's going to get over in the gaps. We're going to force Luka Doncic towards the middle of the floor where all that help is. Look when you run drop coverage. Look at the openings. So not only is Luka Doncic wide open, but Grant Williams is up underneath the basket too. Get rid of this. If you're Jabari Smith in transition, you got to get up here. This is Luka Doncic. Dylan Brooks is standing waiting to help you. I'm going to force him into that help. Your feet aren't level to each other. So if you let Luka Doncic cross you over the other way, you're going to have to twist your whole body around. You're not going to be able to slide your feet. Guess what happens? That. How is this ball screen being set at half court affecting anything? Dylan Brooks can easily go under. You're at half court. Or I guess I can switch. But you can't. How is this screen doing anything? So now Doncic is in the lane and draws help. And Josh Green's open now. Jae'Sean Tate cannot gamble here on this entry pass and leave his feet like this. Look at this. So now you get beat back door. That forces help from the corner. And now Hardaway's going to be wide open flying off this handoff. Terrible transition defense. First of all, Dylan Brooks has got to be sprinting back. You're guarding Tim Hardaway. Doesn't matter. It's transition defense. I'm getting back and getting to the nearest body. So you're jogging. That can't happen. But how about Alperen Sengun? Why were you standing in the middle of nowhere, not getting over to Rashawn Holmes? Well, you're guarding air in transition. Again, the Rockets switch. If you're Jeff Green, just get over and guard and slide your feet. What you cannot, why are you leaving your feet here to deny what pass? So Dylan Brooks obviously should have his back to the baseline and in the gaps too. But why was Jeff Green leaving his feet? So this drives me up a wall. If you're Jabari Smith, Dylan Brooks has come all the way from the weak side of the floor to the strong side of the floor to help. Jalen Green should be getting over and in the gaps too. I gotta play up. It's Luka Doncic. Dylan Brooks is begging to help you right now. So get up. Force him into help. You have help everywhere. Why are you backpedaling here? This is the only way he scores. And this is a stagger screen. Jae'Sean Tate went under the first. He's supposed to go over the second, but the Rockets, I guess, end up switching. Fine. So you're Jabari Smith. You're guarding Luka Doncic. Just get up, ready to guard. Why does this keep happening? Jabari Smith leaving his feet to deny what pass? So now Luka Doncic has you off balance. You're cooked. Good night. If you're Tari Eason playing the gaps, I should be up the line. My feet. Again, if you're Tari Eason playing the gaps, my feet have got to be set. I should be up the line, but it's most important that my feet are set. You go towards the ball on the kick-out pass. You're not getting out. Oh, by the way, would be nice. Why is VanVleet not rotating to the ball? Why is this back to the sideline? It should be to the baseline so he's in the gaps. None of it happens. Sends me to the moon. Fred VanVleet, you're guarding Kyrie Irving. Alperen Sengun is standing, waiting to help you. Dylan Brooks should be underneath the three-point and then away from the ball helping you too. I don't know what he's doing. But your help is to the middle of the floor. Why are you going to let Kyrie go the other way? Beyond infuriating. Jabari Smith, you got to get up on Doncic. Alperen Sengun is sunk all the way down there to help you. So we're up. We're forcing him into help. This is Luka Doncic. Why are you not up? Look at Sengun. He's right there. How are you about to give us 3 up? Alperen Sengun's going to go double here. The second he goes to double, Jalen Green must rotate. Then Jabari Smith rotates down because you can't leave the opposite block open, and you'll leave the opposite wing right there, okay? That's where Dylan Brooks would rotate, and then Sengun would just go on to Irving. But if Sengun doubles and there's no rotation from Jalen Green, you give up dunks. Look at Jabari Smith and Dylan Brooks on the weak side of the floor. Back to the baseline. I'm seeing ball, seeing man. I don't even know what you're seeing. How does this occur? It's an NBA game. See this in a lot of clips why this is unfair to Dillon Brooks. This has got to be a switch. Jalen Green up, Dillon Brooks under. Dillon Brooks is in the gaps. Fred VanVleet getting the gaps will be fine. You're asking Dillon Brooks to just guard over a screen without any kind of ball screen defense. So now Luka Doncic just got the angle. So if you're Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green is coming down to help you right here. But stop. I got to get my arms off of Luka Doncic. Show your hands so Jalen Green can help you. And by the way, VanVleet, get in the gaps. But you got your hands on Luka Doncic. He's able to spin away from that help, and VanVleet is nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Here this is again. Now this is a ball screen we can hedge. Jayshawn Tate's got to get his back to the baseline so we can see the ball, but he's there in backside out for Derrick Jones Jr.'s role. This is unfair to Dillon Brooks. You're giving him no ball screen defense at all. So Doncic is in the lane, bucket +1. This stuff just sends me to the moon. You're Jalen Green. Jayshawn Tate is right there. He's waiting to help. Your help is to the middle of the floor. Why am I not up forcing Kyrie Irving to help? Jayshawn Tate saying, please send Irving here. I am helping you. Instead, you're letting him go the other way. Again, I don't know why we're not just forcing Kyrie Irving to the middle of the floor where Holiday's waiting to help. But okay, you're going to let Kyrie Irving go the other way. Well, Jalen Green's got to get over in the gaps. And if you're Tari Eason, show your hands. You've got to slide your feet and guide Kyrie Irving into that help. But you're not. You got your hands on Kyrie Irving. Jalen Green's nowhere to be found. So even if the help was there, Kyrie Irving now is just going to shoot into you, and it's a bucket +1. If you're Aaron Holiday here, now I want my back to the sideline. So again, I'm seeing ball and man, and I remain in the gaps. I'm underneath the three-point line away from the ball. You go above the three-point line. Now you've got your back to the ball. You're begging Luka Doncic now to go beat you backdoor. Catch, jab step, bucket. This is Dillon Brooks' aggressiveness getting in the way. Now, it's not his fault because the Rockets don't defend any ball screen involving him. But you got to let Luka Doncic come off this screen. When he comes off the screen, then we'll defend the screen. But you're trying to fight over the top early. Luka Doncic blows by you the other way, draw a double, catch and shoot 3 for Derrick Jones Jr. This stuff sends me to Middle Earth. Jabari Smith in transition. It doesn't matter who you're guarding. I got to sprint to the three-point line. Get in the gaps. That's my first and most important thing. Look at Jabari Smith jog. I should be at the three-point line right now. I should be right there ready to help. But you jog back, and now Kyrie Irving has all the space. Yes, this is not a good box out by Jabari Smith. He should be using the lower half of his body to drive Derek Lively out of the paint. But hey, could anybody else on the Rockets care to even try to box out? It's 1 for 5, and that one wasn't even a good box out. So the Mavericks get another shot, and Irving's open.